Hello, and welcome to Triton Sports Talk. I am Ozzie Spearman.
And I am Braden Bonesack. This is the show where we talk all about sports.
That's right, but not just Iowa Central Triton Sports. Everything else too, including the NBA and Formula One racing. I'm Johnny Miller.
That's right. The NBA season is just heating up. Our resident expert or fan, Keegs, joins us. Keegs, what do you think about the upcoming season?
Welcome to NBA news and teams I got going far this year. In the NBA and the playoffs, I got the Lakers, Thunder, Grizzlies, Warriors, Suns, Nuggets of the Western Conference. Eastern Conference, I got Cavs, defending champs, Celtics, Magic, Knicks, Heat, Pacers. I think the Lakers will make it. They have a decent team. They have a great head coach, J.J. Redick. And Anthony Davis is having an MVP season. And LeBron is having a great season in year 22. But I think the team still needs some work, but I think they'll make it far.
Thanks, Keegs. Now to the college side of basketball. Austin Thompson joins us with some notable moments in D1 men's basketball so far.
All right, to start us off, UConn began the season with 3 back-to-back 35-point wins. Following that is how Duke held off Warford to just 35 points, their lowest allowed since 1968. Moving on, Wisconsin scored 103 points against number 9 team Arizona, a first in 55 years. And also, John Toji scored 41 points, including 21 free throws in this key game for Wisconsin. And last but definitely not least, Hofstra had 2 high-scoring wins in a 49-48 upset over Seton Hall with a game-winning layup.
Thanks, Austin. Now to college football. Brett Hoffman joins us. Brett, a lot of exciting games towards the end of the regular season.
The chaos in college football kicked off on Black Friday when the captains of the Nebraska Cornhuskers were poor sports and decided not to shake the hands of the Iowa Hawkeyes football's captains at the coin toss in 20-degree temps. Snubbed of the Buckets Award, Hawkeyes linebacker and captain Jay Higgins got the last laugh. In his post-game interview, Jay Higgins reflected on the Nebraska team not shaking hands, and head coach Matt Rule interrupted their warm-ups, saying, quote, "They didn't reach out their hands, so that was a little weird. Our guys are warming up, during our pregame, and their head coach walked through the warm-ups, so we immediately knew, what type of game this was."
Pretty intense. Thanks, Brett. Bill Wright now joins us. Bill, some of these D1 conference matchups will be exciting.
After a week of intense rivalries, the postseason of 2024 college football has officially begun, and with it comes a series of conference championship clashes. So let's break down each of the Power 4 title games matchups right now, starting with the interesting matchup in the ACC with the recently added number 18 SMU Mustangs undefeated in conference play, taking on the number 8 Clemson Tigers, seeking their 8th ACC title in Charlotte. Moving on to the Big Ten, it's 2 opposite ends of the country represented with undefeated top-ranked Oregon facing number 3 Penn State in Indianapolis. It'll be a quite interesting matchup in the Big 12 Conference as Iowa State enters its second ever title game, where they will fight against the recent addition to the Big 12, Arizona State in Arlington. Finally, our SEC championship will be a battle between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns, whose only regular season loss was to Georgia earlier in the season.
Now back on campus, the Iowa Central football team has one more game this season. The Game 1 Bowl is set for December 8th, featuring the 9-1 third-ranked North Dakota State College of Science Wildcats against the 5-6 Iowa Central Tritons. This exciting matchup will occur at the University of Northern Iowa for the first time in the Bowl's history. The teams last met in 2013, with Iowa Central winning 19-15. North Dakota has a 5-2 record in the Game 1 Bowl, while Iowa Central boasts a 19-9 record and has made the bowl for 5 straight years since 2018. The Tritons are on a hot streak, winning their last 13 bowl games. This game promises to be a thrilling contest between 2 competitive teams. You can watch the Game 1 Bowl on YouTube at Triton Nation.
Thanks, Braden. Rugby is also gearing up for their final bowl. And today we have an exclusive interview with one of our D1 Triton rugby coaches of Iowa Central Community College to hear his opinions on his Houston, Texas bowl game. It's the last game of the season, and our Iowa Central Tritons are 5-4 this year. So let's have a look.
That's right, Johnny. I had a chance to sit down with Coach, and he seemed very excited for this opportunity. Take a look.
Hello, today I'm here with Joe Lipper. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Glad to be here.
Okay, we're just going to have a few questions about the upcoming bowl game we have.
Okay, sounds good.
First off, okay, so in total, how was this past season, including challenges, the lowlights, the highlights?
I would say definitely plenty of highs, definitely plenty of lows. We beat teams that we felt we should have. There was also several games, conference games in particular, where we were really close, and a few things we didn't execute under pressure a couple times. Really feel like we should have won a couple more conference games, which would have put us in the national playoffs, and so then we wouldn't. We'd perhaps still be playing in a national semifinal instead of a bowl game. So on the whole, we're happy about the victories. Really felt like there was 2 conference games that slipped away from us, and had we gotten those wins, the season could have been a massive success. Instead, it was largely successful, but with a few of those lows. We also took a couple good beatings from a few better teams, Arkansas State and Lindenwood, 2 of the top programs in the whole country. They taught us some lessons, and hopefully we learned those going forward, and hopefully that carries into this bowl game at the end. But really proud of watching the guys develop. Since we've been back actually in practice for the last couple weeks, getting ready for this bowl game, we've been really impressed with the focus and how sharp our game has been. So things are on an upward trajectory. Not perfect, but we're pretty happy with how the fall went.
That's good.
Give it a B minus.
If we get the win here for this final game, how do you think that will translate going to the next season?
I would hope it gives us continues to elevate the profile of the program. When we're looking in the recruiting game, being in a bowl game, being in national playoffs, playing top teams in the country, for most of the kids we want to recruit, that's we talk about carrots and sticks, the carrots out front. It's something you want to pursue. I would hope that seeing Iowa Central Tritons rugby on that national stage, in a professional setup, is going to help us from a recruiting perspective. And I hope it continues we just keep trying to reset the expectations of the guys in the program one level up. So if they came in thinking, we're going to play and compete at D1 college rugby. Okay, now we've shown that we're a team that nobody really wants to play in conference, even though maybe we didn't get as few wins as we wanted. We're right there and we're close. Okay, the next expectation is we need to be playing postseason every year. So hopefully it's just that continuous improvement, and we're always setting the bar back up, just one little level higher. We had a really successful spring last year, finishing 4th at the CRC, which is the big sevens tournament every year, essentially the national championship for sevens. We talked about after that how we put the last brick in the next level of the foundation of Iowa Central rugby. I would say we put our best foot forward. We're successful at this bowl game. We added another brick to the level up from that. So really it's about giving our guys a great experience, being competitive, winning as much as possible, but also giving guys an opportunity to showcase what they can do and move on to the next level if they want. And first and foremost, get a good education. Leave here, get their certificate, get their degree, as little time as possible, as little student debt as possible, so they can move on and have a better life, whatever that may be, whether that's professional rugby, whether that's club rugby, whether that's just starting a career and family. We want to be a big part of their story, and we want to elevate our players to whatever the next good thing in their life is.
Thanks, Ozzy. The men's and women's teams were in action this week. Our very own Ruby Stuckmeyer joins us. Ruby, how was the game against Kirkwood?
The Triton's women's basketball team took a hard loss this Wednesday against the Kirkwood Eagles. The Tritons had a hard first half, getting down and never coming back. The leading scorer for the Tritons was Ashlyn Jacobson with 19 points, and Kirkwood's leading scorers were Lizzie Poet with 19 and Jenna Twit with 16. The Tritons' next matchup is Saturday against Ellsworth at 1.
The men also played Kirkwood. Violet Hopkins joins us with that story. Hi, Violet.
Hi, coming off a win against Western Iowa Tech 79-68, the Iowa Central men's basketball team is going into this week prepared to take down Kirkwood Community College. They are currently sitting at 7 wins and 3 losses. The outcome of the Iowa Central versus Kirkwood game was 83-62, with Iowa Central taking the win, continuing their current winning streak. Next up, they will be playing Ellsworth Community College on December 7th. Let's hope for a good outcome for our Iowa Central Tritons.
And if you missed all the action, Iowa Central have you covered. Seth Ballenhausen joins us.
If you are busy and can't go to the Triton sports events, Triton Nation has it on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com at Triton Nation. The page has currently 860 videos, and you can watch them live. It has a designated staff to cover all home games, so make sure you subscribe for all the latest information.
That's all the time we have for this Triton Sports Talk.
That was a lot of sports. Good luck to all of our Iowa Central athletes out there.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day.